Hey guys, welcome back to Ships at Sea with me, Brad M73. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. We're going to pick up from where we left off in the last episode, and I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of this stuff. Herring and mackerel and shrimp. I guess we have a bunch of shrimp. I don't know why I have... Oh, no, there's mackerel. No, we still have all the krill and everything. Okay, well, we're going to get started. I want to... Yeah, we want to go in the cabin here. And we're going to head down to the fishing spot. We're going to do some longline fishing in this episode. But I also thought, you know, since we kind of have to chug down there, and I guess I could time-lapse it, but... Why would I do that when I can torture you guys with a long and boring journey instead? No, I'm just... I thought I would read some user comments. So what do you guys think about that? I think that's a pretty good idea. So we're going to head out, and... I think I want to get... Well, we're going to be going this way, right? I just don't want to hit that thing. No, beta quit. And of course I... Oh, wait. Wrong one. Help. So everybody's like, Brad, you need to fish for cod. And it doesn't matter what type of bait you use. Actually, it does. Jigger, longline, net. Okay, so the type of bait. So if we want to catch cod, we're going to need... Not mackerel, but shrimp. So I do have some shrimps, and we're going to use those. So I'm really surprised. I don't think there was a patch yesterday. There wasn't not a patch today either. There was actually a patch for Star Citizen today, which, well, not a actual patch, like a test patch. A patch for the test universe. So... I played that for a little while, and plus I was helping everybody finish up their Overdrive Initiative missions, so that was, you know, a lot of fun. News about my mom is not good. She got some bad news from the doctor today, and it's really, you know, having talked with her like this afternoon and this evening, I feel a little bit better. Because she feels okay with with what's going on, but it was not good news, and it just makes me sick. You know, I've really kind of felt sick to my stomach today, and that makes it hard to record. You know, if I'm in a bad mood, I just don't feel like recording. But I want to, you know, try to feel as upbeat as possible. You know, I think of, you know, back when my dad passed away years ago. I think the first thing that he would not want me to do, number one, he wouldn't want me to feel sad about it, and he would want me to continue doing what I enjoy doing. And so that's what I did, and I think that kind of helped me through some tough times. My mom's not, you know, she's still here, she's still around, but, you know, she's going to have to make some important choices, you know, major life-changing choices here. Over the next few months, and yeah, and it's really hard because, you know, she doesn't deserve it. So that was really kind of, yeah, I'm actually recording this pretty late. It's like 9:30 at night or in the evening, but I wanted to come down. I was like, man, I need to get some long lines out there and do some fishing here. So that's what we're going to do. We're heading south, and I thought, you know, to pass some of the time, and I might time-lapse this because otherwise it's going to take forever to get down there. Let's see, it's... What time did I say? 9:33? It's 9:34 right now, and we have to go from here down to here. So that's almost 5 miles. 4.415 nautical miles, and we're probably already less than that now. So yeah, it's going to take us a while to get down But yes, we're gonna read. I'm gonna read, not we, because that would be me and all my alternate personalities. We're gonna read. I'm gonna read. I keep saying we. Stop it, Brad. I am gonna read some user comments. So I'm gonna go through this. Matt Litton, and I believe this is in response to my comments in the last episode, episode 11, where I shared my disappointment about all of the bugs that are in this game. And so Matt says, one thing to keep in mind is this is extremely early access. This game is the one they want to make the one. So just hang in there if you like it. We are essentially beta testing. Believe me, that I know. I have no shortage of that. If the other two games are anything to go by, this game will end up being amazing. But if you aren't okay with glitches, early access isn't going to be for you. Okay, I don't know if you've ever heard of this early access game called Star Citizen. Yeah, I'm a heavy backer on that game. So yeah, believe me. The difference is here. This is the major difference. This is a boating game, okay, and they had Misc Games has two other boating games. They've got Fishing North Atlantic and Fishing Barents Sea, and I can't really recall which order those came out in, but they have two games that are actually pretty darn good. They've been both of them have been out for a few years. But, they were a little bit rough in the start. Yes, I will admit that. But they polished those games up to a pretty darn good standard. Now, well, what makes Ships at Sea different? Well, the name. But they have the experience of two previous games to build upon to, I would think, make this game better. And I would have thought that entering early access, they would have been in a better position to have bugs at a minimum. And based on everything that they've learned previously. And who knows, maybe they fired their old dev team, all their old developer guys, and they hired in a new team to go to work on this one. That I don't know. I mean, I just have no idea. But assuming that they're using some or all of their previous teams that have worked on Barents Sea and North Atlantic, I would think I would have thought that this game would have been in a much better position than it is, especially the fishing. I don't remember the fishing being this bad in North Atlantic or Barents Sea. I mean, I remember doing like crab pots and all that kind of stuff too. And I'm assuming that we're probably going to get to that. I believe they're going to be adding a lot more boats than just the boats that we have in the game right now. But yeah, I mean, they want this game to kind of be like Fishing North Atlantic plus Barents Sea plus more things, like doing these deliveries, doing like firefighting missions and towing boats and those kind of things. So that's basically what my point was, is that I'm just, from the fishing side of things, there's so many bugs. And even like save game bugs. We've had a lot of bugs with save games, a lot of weird graphical glitches and things like that I've been having. Now, I believe they are using a new game engine for this, but I'm just kind of surprised that it wasn't in a bit better of a state when they released this to early access. But I enjoy it. I mean, the graphics are great. Look at these graphics. Well, they look kind of weird now, but yeah, I mean, the graphics are really awesome. I actually feel like they're kind of washed out for some reason. I don't know what, like the sun looks really super bright. I haven't changed anything. As far I still have foliage set to 0, but yeah, I haven't really changed anything. So I'm just gonna have to say that it must be the boat. I don't know. We can go inside here. Maybe it'll look a little bit better. Next comment. Tin Man Pickle says this one will be on PC and PS5 or Xbox, not for PS4. Both older games are on PS4. As far as from what I know, and this is actually some reading I did last night and actually this morning, Ships at Sea is going to be kind of like core complete on PC first, and then they'll look into releasing it on consoles. It's probably going to be like Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5. It's probably not going to be PS4 and whatever Xbox generation. I don't even know anymore. Eli Johnson says, I've read that Ships at Sea will release in 2026 on console. Yeah, I think that's probably kind of what they're shooting for. 2026 sounds about right. Sandman 7167 says, this needs to be a VR game. This flat screen just isn't doing it. Yeah, I think if they increase the performance and they, get the frame rates up to 90 or 100 frames a second at a really high resolution, then yeah, that's definitely something that that I could get behind. Whether they will, who knows? But yeah, definitely. Somebody made a comment. It would be nice to see a little series of Farming Simulator 22. I actually did a series of Farming Simulator 22. I'm not sure if this person knows that I did Farming Simulator 22, but I did. I keep thinking, maybe I'll make more FS22 videos, and then I'm kind of like, I don't know. The long line. Oh wait, sorry. Marcouche 2220 says the long lines can go away if you have the boat in the garage. Pick up the bucket and just go outside with it. Then it's gone. I didn't know that I could pick up the bucket while we're in the garage. Maybe when we go back, I'll try to pick up the bucket. I don't want to go outside with it, but maybe I'll set it back down and see. I didn't think we could do that, though, but thank you for letting me know that. Agent 1891 says, this place is in Norway indeed. Yes. Yeah. I actually looked at, you can look it up on Google Earth. And you can get, pictures of it and stuff. It's pretty cool. And it literally looks exactly like it does in the game. Let's see here. Mick 8678 says, I think if you carried on using bait for cod, you would get a lot more money. So that's what we're going to do in this episode. We're just going to use cod bait, and we're going to see. We just entered the fish habitat here, so I better turn the scanner on. And okay, what fish are these? What are these? Let's look. They look like, I don't know what they look like. I want to take a picture of it with my phone. Because I literally, I'm like, I cannot tell what the heck these things are. Oh, dude, I just zoomed into, I wish I could actually share this. I zoomed into the little icon here of the fish head, and it totally, it's like pixelated when I blow it up on my phone screen, and it brings me back to the 90s. Fishing. Bait. Oh, wait. Fish types. Is that a cod? Yeah, I think that is a cod. Yes, that is cod. Definitely. So, apparently we have cod in this area. So, now I need to double check fishing bait. And I think it was mackerel, right? No. Cod. So we need shrimp. I need shrimp to catch the cod. Shrimp. Okay. And somebody also said when you lay out the lines, only go about 5 or 6 knots. Somebody did say that. They were probably not being truthful. So let's... Oh, we got to go a long way, too. Because these are long lines. These are literally 5 times longer than the first one we did. I wonder how often it'll throw out a floater buoy. I don't know if it matters really. Go faster than that. I was wanting to go straight north and south. I still don't think... it's hard to... So the sun sets in the north here, I guess. The sun literally sets in the northeast in this game. Is that where it sets in real life? I wouldn't think so. Let's see, while we're doing this, by changing a bit down from 14 to 12... Oh, wait, sorry about that. That's not even anything... That is not a question that has to do with this whatsoever. Joe Machismo says, I agree with you about some of the bugs. Some of the bugs should not be in the game considering the dev's experience. And yeah, that was what I was bringing up before. Oh, there's one of the floaters there, so we must be halfway through this long line. Mudge says, I've noticed this as well. It feels like A, they are working with a new team, B, outsourced the work, or C, entirely new engine and it's a new learning curve because these issues are very basic. I'm not purchasing this until next year. Well, Mudge, just like hang out, you know, check in from time to time or just follow along with the series. And, you know, I think it'll get better. Well, I know it'll get better. Just based on the past experience from Misc Games. But, yeah, I'm not really too worried about it, but the experience isn't great right now. Sloppy Dog says, have you tried to match your frame rate to the refresh rate of your monitor to see if that helps the flickering? Yes. However, I have my monitor is like a 165 hertz monitor, but I find that when I go above 90 hertz, I get massive headaches, like really, really bad headaches. I'm assuming that it has to do with the flicker rate and like something going on inside my brain. But yeah, I used to play American Truck Simulator at like 144 hertz, and I would get like pretty much 144 frames a second at ultra, and I was getting vertigo, like my brain was exploding during live streams, and I had to cut it back to something that was more comfortable. And I found that, you know, about 85 hertz on my monitor is kind of the sweet spot. Unfortunately, if I go into my settings, and I'll go in there really quick, I can't choose 85 hertz. We can only do like 30, 60, 90, 100, 120, 144, 200, and unlimited. So 85, I can't choose it. 60 doesn't cause me any problems at all, and so I'm leaving it at 60. And I've also talked with other people that have said they don't get the flicker at 60 frames a second. However, we got the flicker still. So I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with the frame buffer. Oh my gosh, there's another white floater floater buoy. Baba buoy. Catfish. I don't know how far we've even gone yet. See, that would be another nice feature to have, is a... I'm going to just speed it up here. This is kind of ridiculous. And I don't think the speed has anything to do with it. But yeah, I mean, if they come out with a setting for 85 hertz, I will definitely give that a try and see if that maybe fixes the problem. But I don't want to manually set my monitor to 60 hertz. That's too slow. HUD Gaming says those A-frames look like things is drying those A-frame look-alike things are drying racks for fish. Okay, gotcha. Hamadolo says the game will come to consoles in 2026. That's what the devs have said. Okay, so they're just reiterating that again. Todd K says pick up the long line, take off the boat, enter shipyard, gone. And was that what we tried earlier? Or did we just leave them? I think I just left them out here, and of course, they're gone. But we tried them with the other ones, and it's fine. And then Kevin Raulina, hopefully... let me see if I can move these comments a little closer to my face. Kevin Rowlands? Kevin Rowlands. Okay, not Raulina. Sorry about that. Says, this is how I did it. Also, just pick up the bucket while docked and enter the shipyard. Boom! Easy. Okay. So that's kind of the workaround way to do it. That's why I appreciate you guys leaving comments and letting me know like how to fix things. Jim Goodwin LSU says, I was able to fix the flashing by setting max frame rate to the refresh rate of my monitor, 144 hertz, and turning on VSync. Maybe that would work for yours as well. Yeah, again, like I don't know if it's an issue of the monitor refresh rate and the game. I don't know. It shouldn't be, and it doesn't look to me like it is, because it's only specific textures that are flashing and not everything flashing, if that makes sense. Lounge Robo says you can pull the lines in. I've seen it. I'm not sure what they're referring to there. The dev said console release will be about a year and a half after full release on Steam. Let's see. Lines in those. Scavies says the lines in the ocean will stay there until you load a game. Then they are gone forever. Oh, did we finally... Oh, finally. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh my gosh. That's going to take us like 20 minutes to reel those in. All right. Next line. All right. So we'll just come back up here and we can reel in both long lines at the same time. Let's see, found out. Okay, let me start that over again. Scavy says the lines in the ocean will stay there until you load a game, then they are gone forever. I found out afterwards that you can also put your lines on the back of the boat in the dock, save the game and load it. The bucket on the back of the boat will vanish. Back of the boat being ready to deploy. You don't have to actually deploy them. Also, it also forgets the fish in the inventory, so it was smart for you to sell the fish before you vanish the lines. Yeah, I try to do that just for you guys at the end of every episode. So, a homeless Dorito says long lines disappear after 72 hours. That's true, but I think that's if you stay in game. If you just log out and log right back in again, they immediately disappear. A Perry Nation says your videos are out of order, super confusing and inconvenient. I mean, I number all of my episodes. I'm not sure what's out of order. I just do them in the way that I'm trying to make money in the game and trying to work around the bugs. So I did reply back to him and I said I've done all my episodes in order back to back. Not sure why you're not seeing them in order. So I don't know. But thank you for your input. T6 Hey says, how did you get that light menu up? Not seen that before. Just hit the L button and then you can like turn off any of the lights. I'm not sure which light this is, but this is the spotlight or searchlight, and then these are the interior and work lights on this particular boat. Some boats have more lights than others, so yeah. John Palb, or Pal B, I'm not sure, says, hey there, Brad. Been enjoying this series quite a bit, regardless of bugs, glitches, and occasional frustrations. I'm not sure if you're aware of this, and I don't want to spoil anything if you're not, so I'll keep it very vague, and I'll just say there might be other offices out there besides the one at Rost. Well, that's pretty to the point. It might be worth exploring a bit. In any case, liked and subbed. Have fun and enjoy your day. Thank you so much, John. Yes, if we go to the map, we do have the main office up here in Rost. The only other one that I personally have found is in Veyroy. There may also be one up in Tiest. East, I don't know how you really say that. Those are the only places that I don't know, maybe Moskin, I doubt it. That was probably too small. But here on the main island, I think that's the main island. I don't know, maybe it's not. Yeah, it's way bigger than that. Let's turn the light. Oh, I can't turn the light thing off. And I have been down to Skomvær, and I could not at the time get any jobs there, though that was way before the game released, so I don't know. All right, let's see. Love the video. Got some more comments. The other day when I was recording, I was talking about there being penguins on the island, and everybody's coming out of the woodwork. Like, you didn't know there weren't penguins in the northern hemisphere? No, I was like literally 2 days, 3 days ago, years old when I learned that there were no penguins in the northern hemisphere, aside from like some island in Madagascar or something. I had no clue. I don't think I ever learned this. I mean, I'll be honest. I've never been like a penguin aficionado or anything like that. Is that a thing? Like a penguin aficionado? No, I never knew that. So thank you to the myriad of people who have chimed in on that one. Let's see. I have Andre Banks says, "Oh gosh, there's a whole slew of." The whole key is to get what you can before you lose it and be prepared for the upcoming content. I have all the boats and just leveling up as much as I can. Okay, well, you're probably going to lose it all when they come out with like a major patch. And haven't anyone noticed it's just you in the world for now. It's early access. People are coming. More things to do. It's going to get busy. That's why Horn says you can't use it at this time. Who are you navigating it to? Patience is a virtue. Okay, don't take this the wrong way, Andre, but like commas and periods are very important because that was just one big unbroken run-on sentence, and it's very hard to read. Or do like some, and Andre goes on, he says, or do like some others, play another game until they put it in. That's probably what I'm going to do. I mean, I really enjoy this game. And, wait, did we finally... Okay, we finally... So I just want to get kind of on this buoy up here. Okay, it's right up here. And we will come to a stop. Sandman says, how's Supermarket coming along? I haven't played it since I started playing this. This is definitely no offense, but from a YouTube standpoint, YouTube has been horrible. This game has been doing great. I want to thank everybody who has been a huge supporter of Ships at Sea. I haven't had this many views on my YouTube channel since the what was it? The Construction Simulator Spaceport DLC came out. And even that didn't have as many views as this. So thank you guys. It's just been awesome. All the support. I'm up like 450 to 500 subscribers in like the last 5 days as well. So I've just been blown away. Actually, let me see here. Yeah, like 475 subscribers just in the last week, which has been pretty crazy. I really didn't think that this game would get that kind of traction, but it's awesome that it has, and I am very thankful for it because, boy, it's been a rough year. Let's see. Yes, we're going to rest. Let's rest for... Let's try 15 hours. Oh my gosh, it's raining. Is it raining or snowing? It's raining, it's pouring. Well, this looks a million times better than the rain I was seeing the other day. Whoa, okay, hold on. I did get some rain in the game, just on my other one of my other saves, but it was just like this weird fogginess. It didn't look good. This looks better. I think they can still do better than this even. All right, so here we are. All right, start hauling. Oh God. What the heck? Are you freaking kidding me? Okay, there we go. Well, if you miss it right off the start, you're SOL. And I don't know where else to aim. People are like, aim at the hook. Well, yeah, that's kind of what I'm doing, and like nothing's really working. It almost looks like I should be aiming at the fish's nose. Come on. Are you freaking kidding me? What the? Okay. Yeah, see there. And that's all. That's all I got. 4 trillion tons. 3 tons of cod. Oh, we got quite a bit. All right, let's go. Okay, so now I have to remove the route. Actually, we can just go like that. And that'll roughly put me on the line to the... Oh, that's going to take us a while to get up there. All right, let's see. Smirky the Gamer says, save game is work in progress. Killed me when I seen it. They need to fix that ASAP. I agree. I like the idea of the game, but it's very glitchy for me visually. I hope they get it squared because I'm ready to put some time in this game. Oh, I'm sure they... Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to make excuses for them, number one. That's their job. Number two, you know, it's Misc Games. They've got 2 successful fishing games that have preceded this one. So I'm pretty confident that, yes, they will make that happen. It's just kind of frustrating right now because we're having to deal with, you know, the early access bugs. But yeah, I think we're all right. Unlike Supermarket Simulator, where I literally haven't heard anything from the dev in a long time. I've actually gone to like the official Supermarket Sim Discord and tried to look through some of the posts, and I just don't see anything from the developer. So I don't know what the heck he's doing. Oh, I guess we better turn on course here. I'm wondering, I kind of want to just take the long lines back, even though that was an epic fail. I don't know if I was in the wrong position or what, but man, it was bad. But I kind of want to take this back and get like maybe like a ballpark of how much money I'm going to be able to make just off of 2 lines. We'll have enough money we can buy 2 more and set 4 lines. Maybe we can do that in the next episode. Ooh. Double our money. Scavvy says, quote, why does it say I have fish in my inventory? He was referring to an episode or two ago when I had opened up my inventory, and see how it still says it says 0 kilograms, but it says I have these 3 fish in my player inventory. Even if I sell all of this, this is still there. And so anyway, he just says, I'm going to guess you haven't noticed that sell all on the fish only sells 2/3 of the fish for the first time you push it because early access. Get the right boat active, then sell the fish. I don't know if this works now that you have changed boats, but I notice that when I go fishing, sell all doesn't sell them all. You have to sell them all twice. Yes, and actually we noticed that in the last episode. I think that's a known issue, and they're kind of getting everything. They're kind of making lists of all their bugs and everything, and hopefully we'll get that fixed. Kim Larson says if there ever have been penguins in the northern hemisphere, then the polar bears have eaten them all. Mick8678 says, I'd consider going fishing to get money for fish farming. Yeah, the fish farming, I hear, is very lucrative. But I keep hearing people on the Discord reporting all kinds of bugs with it. So I thought maybe I would wait until maybe a little bit bigger patch comes out before I get into that. But, I mean, it requires $500,000. Part of me wants to, excuse me, burp in everybody's ear. No, part of me wants to buy all the boats first, or most of them. But I don't know. If I get a fish farm working properly, that might make me more money more quickly. Dave Burka says, no, leave them for 12 to 17 hours, as it says. You will get around $1 million if you use 2,500 hooks. But is that like $1 million per line? If I get like $2 million off of this, I'm going to be shocked. I think I have to catch all the fish first. That last thing was just epic fail. Now that time I was aiming for like its head. Like spike it in the head. There we go. What? Getting a lot of small fish here. Ugh. What the crack? Okay, we got that. Please give me some more fish. Whew. Maybe I have to stand right up here looking down the line. Okay, well, I got everything. Wait, that's not what I want to look at. I want to look at this. 354, 1.7, 6 tons of cod. Ooh. All right. Let's do it. Let's I love how I have both of the buckets there and yet it still shows that one there. All right, let's head home. And I will continue reading user comments. How's that? Now everybody's gonna. This is gonna be like comment central for the next video, and then I'll have to read comments from this video on the video after this one. Yeah. So Dave Burkus says no, leave them for 12 to 17 hours, as it says. We did what, 15? He says also yes, you can tell what the fish is on sonar. Depth and shape indicates. On a real sonar, you can tell that. I don't think a real sonar is going to be that accurate. In the game, yeah, I totally get that, but I don't think a real sonar is accurate enough to literally tell what type of fish it is based on. I mean, you'd need a sonar. You'd need a very, very sensitive sonar array, and I would think the military might have something that good, but I would be shocked if civilian markets did. My brother James says the only penguins in the northern hemisphere are the Galapagos penguins near the equator, and I said, don't forget the ones at the zoo. Silent Zoner says, do me a favor and try buy something that goes in your player inventory. Lol, another bug, when your player inventory is full, there is no way to drop or sell an item. So, if you hadn't bought the hook before, you bought bait, you can't fish. As it doesn't register in your hands, it gets added to the boat, lol. And then Tino Nate says that's why it says early access. Yeah, and then Silent Zoner comes back and we get into the Keyboard Warrior Wars, where he says far too many people hide behind the early access to release trash shell games with little to no content. That's true. There are a lot of those. Misc Games, I don't think, is one of those companies. I think their strategy is to get this game out there, get the bump in revenue, to see if the interest is there. I think this is eventually going to turn out to be a really great game. I'll say that right now. And so the early access model, which has become so popular over the last 10 years or so, is to release a game in order to get additional funding and also to see if the demand is there. I mean, if you push out a game and it is really like hot trash, like digital diarrhea, it's probably going to be it's probably going to turn out to be a shell game. Just a very basic game with no real content, no updates, and they might work on it for 3 to 6 months and then just trash it. Unfortunately, I've seen some really good games go by the wayside. There was like a space game. I cannot think of the name off the top of my head. I actually never played it, but it looked amazing, and I was always like when I found out about it was right around the time that like the developer or developers basically abandoned the game. And so I wasn't going to buy into it if it was going to be abandoned. But had they continued on, I think it would have been absolutely amazing. See, Silent Zoner still says, again, the game's trash. Literally nothing works. Had an interesting bug yesterday. Seems like you don't even need the longline skill to be able to actually use the long lines. These guys are a joke. Not really. I mean, again, as it was said before, it could be like a new team. There could be a variety of reasons why the game is not working. But again, early access. I think they'll fix the problem, though. Maru says the put out the fire and maintenance missions take time to spawn. That boat, I think, is great. I think you're talking about the flat boat, Maru. And yeah, that's pretty cool. Aaron Hill says, hate that the missions don't save. Hopefully it gets fixed. I think it will eventually. I don't think it will soon. Sultan of Swing says, those wooden frames are for drying fish. And it says, he just has like a colon and then stockfish. So I guess stockfish is the type of fish? I guess. Is there stockfish in this game? Is that a type of fish? I am not a fisherman. Spotted catfish. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so we're still aiming in the right direction. Going north here. DKJ Phyllis or Phils. Sorry, my earpiece or my headset just hit my mic. Says, wow, this game actually looks really nice. Excited for these videos. Yep. Bergdis North says, yay, more videos. Thank you so much, Bergdis, for the support. You are a channel member, so double shout out to you. Thank you so much. Don't forget, guys, you can become a channel member, and you actually get early access to all the videos that I post. I bet you didn't know that. It's $4.99 a month, and helps support my channel, so all of your support is appreciated. And if you become a channel member, most importantly, you don't see ads on the videos. That's, I think, the best part. I would see. Paul Tudor says, I was in the army in Britain for 4 years, 2 years as infantry, and 2 years as a trained sniper. Well, thank you for your service, Paul. And I think it says we just exited the fishing zone, if I'm not mistaken. Is that what that was that popped up on the screen? I was looking at my other screen. Let's see. Kitten says, time acceleration wouldn't work in this unless you were in a single player only game. If you ended up playing with somebody, it would screw with everyone really bad if you could change the speed of time. Yeah, you're right. It would. Unless everyone was on the same boat, then it probably wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, I mean, for single player, time acceleration, yeah, should be a thing. Audrey Banks says, some of the markers are reading sunken islands. When the tide goes out, some of them are visible above water. In the last game, the sonar showed you everything under the water, and maybe that's another thing coming when they start opening up more of the game. Yeah, it's true. Anthony Smith says, can't watch it anymore. Constant flicker stops. Just play the darn game. He doesn't say darn, he says something else. And then I crack up laughing, and then he says flicker, and then I don't know. It's like a weird crying face. I'm sorry, Anthony. It shouldn't be flickering now, though. I haven't seen any flicker in this episode yet. But the first two were really bad. And then here and there, aside from that. A lot of people were busting my chops about the date. I guess I thought it was May. I said, instead of April, I said May. They've got the month, day, year like we have in the United States. A lot of European countries use the day first, then the month, then the year. And so I said May when it was actually April in the game, and it's actually April in the game. So There are people coming out of the woodwork. So El Velios, I think that, or Velos. I don't know. The names are so darn small. Let's see if I can make them bigger. I don't think I can. The UI. I'm looking at it on my Mac, so yeah, it's a little different. The UI is set to American dating, might be tied to Fahrenheit. I could see you running into polar bear in the Arctic long before I'd expect you to run into a penguin who prefer it down under. I gotcha. Bergdis North says, I say buy the Fixer and then save up for Dr. Phil. Which one's Dr. Phil? I'll check when we get back. Hit some rock. Bergdis also says, hit some rocks. You mean a huge island? Yes, I hit a massive island. I was not looking at the screen, okay? Let's see here. J.A. Gordon, or J. Gordon, 1976 says, love the series, even if the game still even if the game still needs some polishing. I appreciate your salute to the following, my God, I feel like the biggest. I appreciate your salute to the fallen veterans also. You mentioned out west in Indiana. Do you live in Ohio or Pennsylvania? My mom grew up in Dayton, Ohio, and my dad's family is from Beaver County, Pennsylvania, Hancock County, West Virginia. I grew up in Indiana. That is some beautiful countryside. Yes, it is. I don't get out to Indiana very often, but I've driven up to Indianapolis, many times in the past over the course of my life, and always seems like a nice drive up through there. But I just live around Cincinnati, so we get like all of our local news. They call it tri-state, so it's like Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana, the three states, or tri, and so we get Indiana weather and stuff like that. Then he replies back, J.A. Gordon says, I went through Cincinnati once about 25 years ago. I was struck by how historical it all seemed. I mean, it's been around for over 200 years, and it felt it. I absolutely loved that about it. Also, it had its charm since it was built along the Ohio River. Just a very neat city. It is. It is. There's a lot of Art Deco styling and architecture around the city. Union Terminal is the perfect example of that. It's an absolutely stunningly beautiful building. It's actually what the Hall of Justice, like Super Friends, that's kind of what that was modeled after, I think. Many years ago, it was just a train station. But now it's become the Museum of Natural History in Cincinnati. And it's a beautiful building. It really is. But there's a lot of that Art Deco, kind of like, 20s, 30s, 40s architecture in and around downtown. And it's been, a lot of things have been modernized in certain areas over the last 25 years. So if you've not been around, it's, probably worth a drive through again. But Cincinnati, I think, is generally a nice city. I've been to cities all over the world, and I guess maybe, because Cincinnati's my home, that's what I'm used to. But, yeah, I just like it. It's just a neat city and fairly easy to get around in. There's a couple places that are kind of a pain if you're like, oh, I don't want to go there. But yeah, it's pretty easy to get around in. Where I've been through other cities, and it's just like Cleveland. I used to have friends up in Cleveland. I'd go up and visit, and it was just like, hey, we're going to here, and it was like everything is like north, south, east, west in Cleveland. Not everything, but a lot of it is. So it's like you can almost have to zigzag back, through certain parts of the city. I don't know. It's just a really weird place. Plus, Cleveland is fairly flat compared to Cincinnati. So I don't know. It just seemed strange. Oh, we are almost home. Rich Swaffs says, enjoy your vids, man. I'm a veteran submariner, UK Royal Navy. Why am I getting so tongue twisted tonight? Probably I'm kind of tired tonight. UK Royal Navy. Thank you for your service, Rich. Yeah, my father was a submariner as well, and that's awesome. Are you allowed to say what sub you served on? My dad was on 2 submarines. One was called the USS Trumpetfish, and the other one was called the USS Trout. And what's really weird, and this is something that I found with the submarine service in the United States. My dad's got his DD, what is it, DD 214 or. I have it up with his all of his military stuff. His DD is it DD 214? This is gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, DD 214. Okay, I was right. That's basically your service record. Now there have been public crew manifests that have been posted for both of the subs that my dad served on throughout and that was like back in the 1960s. Dad was actually part of the whole Cuban Missile Crisis when the Russians were trying to ship they were trying to ship nuclear warheads down to Cuba to be able to have first strike capability. And my dad's submarine, actually both of the ones that he was on, or I don't know, maybe one. Seemed like one he served over in Europe more, like they did kind of the European tour thing, and then the other one was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. But anyways, unfortunately, my dad's not here to tell the story, and I always wanted to sit down with him and kind of interview him about his time in the Navy, and I just unfortunately never got to do that, and it's making me sad thinking about it. But all of the public crew manifests, I can never find his name on. Yet on his DD-214, it shows both the USS Trumpetfish and the USS Trout. So he was definitely on there, both of them. And he's got his uniforms and everything, the Trumpetfish and the Trout patches and everything. So he was definitely on it. But he might have not been on the crew of that particular year. So that I'm not quite as clear on. And I know it probably says it on his DD-214, and I could research it. Oh, gosh. Okay. Whew, I was getting a little bit out of control there. Phew. All right. And we can, once again, we can pull, let's see how we, oh, so it's like, it just pulls it in a little bit at a time. Okay. Let's go see if we become rich people. 315,000, I'll take it. We'll sell all the fish and sell all the fish again. Nice. Well, we can definitely afford this now. Oh, let's go see. We might have the next license. Are we class 2 now? Please tell me we're class 2 now. It says Barents 73 class 2. Distance 81. So now we have to go 162 nautical miles for class 3, maybe? One more trip down there. Oh, okay, so the 4 buckets are on there. Okay, cool. Cooliosus. PG Gilstad, with some other letters in there, says the autopilot's it's been autopilot function in all the other Misc games, but only on the larger vessels. Hopefully, also in this one. Yeah, you can actually get autopilots for like canoes now, like kayaks. If you have a trolling motor, you can literally get a autopilot for those. Boats. So yeah, we can get the Dr. Phil. Yeah, this is probably the next one I'm going to save up for. This one just looks cool. Remote water cannon. It is a service boat, so I don't know if this is for towing. This one looks like a larger fishing boat. So yeah, we'll just go Dr. Phil, Conquest, and Scarvin. And we're really one fishing. I think if we go out in the next episode and, you know, get all this put out, we're gonna have no problems. Shrimp. Yeah, we're gonna have no problems making the money for that in the next episode. So, guys and gals, thank you so much for joining for another episode of Ships at Sea. We had a fun little episode. Got to go through a bunch of user comments. Again, don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing, or if you got questions about the game, comments about the game, all that fun stuff. Leave them down below. But also be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't subscribed, do that right now so that you get updates on when I post all my new videos. But thank you for watching Ships at Sea with me, Barents 73. I'll see you guys next time. Bye for now.